Okay, so we're going to look at section 2, which is quality.
Our agents do diagnostic and visual inspections of the client's equipment when you book it in.
When customers come in with any sort of hardware, we take a quick look over whatever they brought in. For example, a laptop recently that came in, we noticed some scuffs on the side, so we noted that down.
Okay, it's important to do that when the customer stood here.
Yeah.
So what about accessories that you book in when you're doing a repair?
We've often had a case where people bring in laptops in a bag. In the bag there's been all sorts of things like chargers obviously, mouse, keyboards, and we've taken that in. Okay,
so really you should only be taking in what you need to do that repair. Otherwise we have to look after that, we're responsible for that client's equipment, and also with clutter and things like that, we want to keep that to a minimum, so give them back the laptop bag and anything that you don't need to do that job.
Okay.
What about the approved tools and software you're using to complete repairs?
For hardware we use GNFR, and for software we use MRI.
Okay, that's good. Obviously DPA with the GNFR.
With customers' data we try and obviously keep that as secure as possible. It's quite important for us to do that. Any data that we don't need is automatically deleted.
Okay, good. What about turnaround time for clients' equipment? Ideally it should be 48 hours or less?
We've had a few cases where that's often been longer than 48 hours, where we need to spend a little bit more time with customers' computers, for example.
So as long as we're keeping them updated, managing their expectations, giving them a call, letting them know how we're getting on.
We try and keep the customer informed as possible.
Okay. So is STS being used to capture customer email address and accurate notes of work completed?
Yes. Often the cases where we've had a customer that doesn't have an email, but most customers do now, so we note that down obviously with the STS, as well as their address and phone numbers.
Okay, do we offer to set up a customer an email if they haven't?
Yes.
Okay, good. Work completed obviously into STS is important in case the client gets home and has to call Mission Control in Preston. At least those guys then have got a complete list of what you've done without having to try and question the customer. Is all client paperwork filed correctly in the 131 file as per the SOP?
We try and keep our information secure and in order. So, for example, with our service agreements, they're catalogued into folders and then they're removed when needed.
Okay, so really you only need the current month here, and then once that month's finished, they can be filed out the back of the store somewhere, and ideally try and keep sort of about 12 months worth of data. So, our agent rhythms and routines being completed daily and filed.
When we come in, we have our set routine, but at the moment we're trying to find our own routine and make sure that we follow it.
Okay, thank you very much.